Hi, this is Leslie Fiorenzo, and today I want to share with you how to have a termination conversation with an employee or how to tell someone you're fired. If you like today's video, please share it with someone that you think would benefit and subscribe to my channel. So as we think about this difficult conversation, because it clearly is difficult, you might remember a television show that first launched in 2004, I should say, called The Apprentice. And one of the phrases you may remember from the featured character, former President Donald Trump, he became known for telling that apprentice, "You're fired." Now, as a supervisor, one day, no doubt, if you haven't already, you'll have to terminate someone's employment. And rather than say, "You're fired," this video is going to share with you what I feel are some better ideas. So first of all, there should not be any surprises. Unless the behavior by this employee is so egregious, like they've stolen, and you've just found out about it, they've stolen from the company, or they've done purposeful damage to company property, the person should be expecting this conversation because you coached them and counseled them and encouraged them along the way. So no surprises, that's the first thing. Now, thinking back to my HR days, there was oftentimes where supervisors would come into my office and say, "You gotta let this guy or gal," as the case may be, man or woman, go. And my first question was always, are they going to be expecting this? Is this going to come as a surprise? And if their answer was yes, I'd say, then we've got to start back at the beginning. We have to create a performance improvement plan, or PIP. Some people like that abbreviation. So you want to be able to move the person from where they are to where they need to be in a very practical way. That means that you've got to set clear expectations. I was reading a story the other day about a situation that happened in a large supermarket chain, and the stockers were only stocking at 60 cases an hour, and the goal was 90. The problem was, no one ever shared the goal. Could they do it? Absolutely, once they knew about it. But the expectations weren't clear initially. So that's the first question you have to ask. Do they know what's expected of them? Second question is, have you done everything in your power to help them improve their performance? In other words, have you set aside time each week to give them feedback and answer any questions or concerns that they might have? If not, my question to you is, why not? And please don't tell me, "Oh, I don't have time." That is not a valuable excuse. It's part of your job as a supervisor to meet and coach this person, get their questions answered. Now, the third thing I want you to think about is there something else that could be getting in their way? So, for example, manufacturing company, there was a group of welders, and the company noticed the number of parts being welded was on the decline, but nothing had changed. There was no new equipment, there was no new process, until one day they discovered that in this group they were a stool short. In other words, the welders sat down to do their job at their different machines, but the reason they weren't making their numbers is the person didn't want to get up to get the parts bin when they needed to, because somebody would come along and take their stool. The simple solution, but it was not very evident, at least until there was an investigation. So look to see what obstacles might be getting in the way. Then If you are confident you have done everything in your power to help this person succeed and they have chosen not to, it's probably time to terminate that person's employment. So here's what you want to do to think about starting. Let them know right up front, this is the conversation that's going to happen today. Use their name. So it might be, I'll use my name in the example, Leslie. Today, we've come to the conclusion that this employment arrangement is not working. We've met several times to encourage you to review performance, and it's just not happening. So I'm no longer able to invest time in helping you improve your performance, and you're done as of right now. Something along those lines, because you want to be really clear. Now, you might get pushback, but remain calm and focus on your company's policy. Maybe you've got to collect their tools or their badge, get their personal belongings, but stand firm, because you know, again, you've done what you can to help them, and they've just chosen not to do what they need to do. So, of course, you've thought about this long before the meeting, and you've got a plan in place. You've probably practiced what you're going to say beforehand so that you can deliver it in a very calm manner, and you can go about this meeting with respect and courtesy. Easy? No, it is not easy. Firing someone is never easy. But the fact of the matter is, if you've given them opportunities to improve and they've chosen not to, you really don't have any choice. So you can do it calmly and you can do it respectfully. So once again, if you have results, I'd love to hear from you. Post them on the comment section of this recording, and feel free to share this with other folks and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for listening.